Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the NBA and the NFL. So y'all check this out. Well, the last day or two, you've been hearing something, going on in the world of the NBA and NFL, something on the side, little side note. And it was Austin Rivers came out and said that he thinks 30 NBA players can go, you can throw them in the NFL and they can play, right? And so, there's been a little debate and I'm just going to weigh in on that. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. I don't think that's true. I don't think you could take 30 NBA players and put them in the NFL, nor do I think you could take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA. One reason is because these are the top of the top in these leagues. But I do, without knowing and watching when Austin Rivers said that and what it was leading up to that, I'm going to give you a reason why probably Austin Rivers would say something like that right now. Not disrespecting NFL players because, listen, let's make sure this is clear. NFL is a collision sport. Okay? You can think you can run fast and whatever, but it's some dudes chasing you that run faster than you and probably stronger than you and trying to knock your head off. So, why, though, a person like Austin Rivers would say that is because NBA players are athletic. I would say they're probably some of the most athletic athletes we have an NFL NBA player. I would say that. But watching the NFL of late and the new rules that are coming in, I'm pretty sure Austin Rivers, his father, tell him, I know you ain't talking about the 70s and 80s and 90s NFL. We could just put some names out there, the people that hit people like a Jack Lambert, back in the day, Mike Singletary, Lawrence Taylor, Ronnie Lott, Jack Tatum, stuff like that. And I'm missing some. Atkinson, just people that just run around. We trying to kill you out here, right? And it was legal. Now, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mention linemen. Them linebackers, because linebackers are the meanest ones out on the field, strong safeties and stuff like that. But, people on the line, they're colliding on every play. Some of these linemen, you know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about that back then, but I think Austin Rivers is younger, and he's seeing the NFL nowadays. You can barely do anything. You know what I'm saying? They've just made up a new rule now where if somebody's in front of you, you can barely just pull them down from the back. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Wait a minute. You telling a dude who's tackling, you can't even pull him down from the back. You can't hog tie him from up top. And I would be, because from the old school, I don't give a damn how. Get him down, period. Whatever it takes, except for face masking because you can break somebody's neck. Everything besides face masking, whatever, you're playing football. It should be allowed. But then again, these people are earning millions nowadays. And what has happened is the owners in both of these leagues, they think that the people that are watching, the consumers, just want to see offense. Right? Have you realized what a defensive back, what he can do? You got 5 yards to touch a wide receiver, a dude that runs a 4.3 40. You got 5 yards to touch him. After that, you can't touch him at all. Balls in the air, you're both going for it. You can't even touch him. It's a penalty. That's why people are just blindly throwing bombs down the field and hoping for a penalty. It shouldn't be that way. It should be harder to score. But I'm talking about, actually, that's both leagues. So I'm just saying, when you're watching this thing and seeing that you can barely touch somebody nowadays, I think Austin Rivers is probably taking that into consideration. I'm pretty sure if he could take this statement back, because he said 30 players, I'm pretty sure he would. I'm sure he's meaning a few players. And a lot of times when you're talking NBA players, they're tall. The average height is something. I've said the average height in the NBA would be 6'5", 6'6", something like that. So those kind of players can play the tight end position, maybe a wide receiver position. It ain't too many linebackers running around in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no too many linebackers and that mentality. Now, when you upsetting an NFL player, right? An NFL player is like, what? Y'all run around here. Can't get nobody touch you. Can't nobody breathe on you. You call foul. You're running into people. The offensive player is running into people, initiating contacts. You can't nobody play no defense. Y'all know how I complain here about the NBA not letting nobody play defense. Finally, in these playoffs, we're seeing some defensive games. Finally, for people like me to start enjoying the NBA again, because it was during the regular season, damn All-Star games. How you gonna have a game 140 to 130 in regulation? So it was getting to be what people, old school people, wasn't wanting to watch that. But now they finally starting to call it, but it's too many offensive fouls. Jokic, I like me some Jokic because he's played. I don't think he should have won MVP. I don't think he should have won MVP. They should have gave that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander this year. But Jokic is fun to watch because it's like, I'm not athletic, but I'm just smarter than y'all, right? But Jokic gets away with a lot of offensive fouls, right? You initiating contact means, damn it, you're initiating contact. That's why, I don't like watching James Harden and Kyle Lowry running around looking for fouls. You don't like that stuff. I think that the NBA has to get back to whoever's initiating contact, damn it, you get an offensive foul, no matter who you are, right? And so when you got these players going back and forth, I think it's just a disrespectful comment to say 30. You know what I'm saying? You can say, hey, I think a few players can go to the NFL from the NBA. And I think this is where I would agree if he would have said this. I think more players could go from the NBA to the NFL than the NFL to the NBA. I would agree with that, barely. But NBA is not, it's a contact sport, but it's definitely not a collision sport. And, NFL is colliding. And NBA players, it don't seem like they into no damn colliding. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure, I hope cooler heads prevail. I hope Austin Rivers hasn't, really just made himself, pissed a lot of players off. I think that if he has an opportunity, and he probably has up until now, to retract that statement and reword it, then I think he'll be all right. But I don't think 30 players can go from the NBA to the NFL, and damn sure not from the NFL to the NBA. Your thoughts? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.